Hello, this is Bruce from My Dear Mandarin. In this episode of our Zhu-yin series, we are going to be looking at Zhu-yins yi to yu and also review the Zhu-yins that we've covered in our last video. Let's start with a quick review of our last video. If you haven't checked our last video, please click the link on the top right corner and remember to leave a like, share, and subscribe for more weekly Mandarin content. Just like the previous videos, we will start with the Zhu-yin keyboard as it gives you a general idea of where the Zhu-yins we're about to learn are. The first 6 rows starting from the left side are the Zhu-yins that we mentioned in our previous videos. We'll go through some combinations that we learned as a warm-up for today's episode. After we finish our review, we will cover the 3 Zhu-yin middle sounds, which are a little bit different than the previous parts that we've talked about, so don't get too nervous when you find something new. Z, wu, zu, z, wu, zu, ci, an, can, ci, an, can, si, ao, sao, si, ao, sao. Now, with our review out of the way, let's learn some new Zhu-yins. The Zhu-yin yi has a similar sound to the English letter E. The only difference is that for Zhu-yin yi, it has a slightly longer sound than the English letter E. Now, we are going to try out some combinations starting with the Zhu-yin yi. Keep in mind that for middle sounds, it could be both the first and the second Zhu-yin for a combination. So a combination doesn't always start with the Zhu-yin yi. Feel free to pause the video and rewatch it if you are confused. The first combination for the Zhu-yin yi is qi, yi, qi, qi, yi, qi. Now adding the tones. Qi, yi, qi, de, yi, di, qi, di, meaning horn in Mandarin. Next up is going to be yi, an, yan, yi, an, yan. Now adding the tones. Yi, an, yan, yu, en, yuan, yan, yuan, meaning actor in Mandarin. The last combination is going to be yi, en, in, yi, en, in. Now adding the tones. Yi, en, in, zhi, ang, zhang, in, zhang, meaning stamp in Mandarin. Moving on to the next one, the Zhu-yin wu has a similar sound to the English combination WU, but keep in mind that the English combination WU doesn't give you the exact sound of the Zhu-yin wu, so pay close attention to what I'm about to go through. Also remember that the tones are equally as important as the Zhu-yin combination themselves, so be sure to mimic the tones as well. The first combination for the Zhu-yin wu is he, wu, hu, he, wu, hu. Now adding the tones. He, wu, hu, le, yi, li, hu, li, meaning fox in Mandarin. Next up is going to be wu, ang, wang, wu, an, wang. Now adding the tones. Wu, an, wang, ji, yi, ji, wang, ji, meaning to forget in Mandarin. The last combination is going to be u, a, wei, u, a, wei. Now adding the tones. U, a, wei, shi, wei, shi, meaning to feed in Mandarin. The last zhu-yin for this episode is going to be the zhu-yin yu, and it has a similar sound to the English combination yu. The only difference is that you'll have to put more emphasis on the English combination yu. Then you'll get the sound of the zhu-yin yu. Now let's go through the last combinations for this video. The first combination for the zhu-yin yu is xi, yu, xu, xi, yu, xu. Now adding the tones. He, wu, hu, xi, yu, xu, hu, xu, meaning whiskers in Mandarin. Next up is going to be yu, an, yuan, yu, an, yuan. Now adding the tones. Yu, an, yuan, wu, an, wang, yuan, wang, meaning wish in Mandarin. The last combination for the zhu-yin yu is yu, a, yue, yu, a, yue. Now adding the tones. Yi, en, in, yu, a, yue, in, yue, meaning music in Mandarin. This is going to wrap up our video today. If you like our content, please be sure to give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. 再见。